So gentlemen, come here. Because you're here defending Governor Sakaja crying yesterday. In front of everyone. You know who you. Hey? Not just an African man, an African leader. It's like seeing a Russian man crying. Me, I've never seen one. Na vile unapigana vita huko na Ukraine. Sijawahi ona moja hata kwa TV. What happened to African men? Eh? Now you cry, your wife cries, your children cry. Who's the leader there? Where?
Yes.
So you come here.
I'm here. Just reading a memorial service here. A lady who's been buried today. Totalia Wamuyo. Rest in peace. Langata. Pole sana. Shosho na kuka. Pole ni sana. You'll be dearly missed. Ati weasiata.
You've not even listened to what I'm saying.
Now I'm listening. Now I've just been sent that program. Needed to be there.
What's happened to you African men?
With crying. Now, what you saw Sakaja do, you know, by the time an African man cries, they are recalling.
Recalling what?
Their past. A man does not just cry. It has to be.
Are you sitting here? Are you sitting here telling me you understand why Sakaja was crying?
I connected with him. Mi hata saa ingine sijuage nilikuja Nairobi aje. I have no idea. Ni Mungu. Unless you've never been there.
You cannot cry as an African man in public.
Sasa hiyo.
You cannot. No.
No, Maina.
The problem with you guys, you've become so soft. Did you ever see your father crying?
Of course, hao walikuwa maninja.
No, then what happened?
Cowboys.
When did you guys become so weak? Now you cry, your wife cries, your children are crying. Who's the leader there? Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Bere ya microphone. Bere ya camera.
That was very special.
An African man should hold his emotions and go and express them in the bedroom or in the toilet.
Unajua kitu inaitwa tear glands. Those pockets that
African men have never
come out. Na hiyo ndio inafanya tunaumia sana.
What happened to today's African man? What's happening to today's African man?
You need to exhale.
You go and exhale in the bedroom. I guarantee you your father cried a lot. Is that you never saw him? There is a sense of authority that is wiped away when you cry there next to your wife and children. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What's wrong with you people?
Unajua kuna pressure unaweza pewa ama kitu inaweza kukumbusha.
You go and cry in the toilet or in the bedroom. You're supposed to show strength for those around you. Where is your leadership if everyone is crying?
Na unajua juzi nilikwambia unichezee wimbo inaitwa Esther. Habari zako Esther.
I'm not playing that song again. It's horrible.
I'm just telling you, I'm giving you an example. And you saw what that lady did, Esther. So that guy. Nasikitika kukukosa bila shaka mama.
What does that got to do with what we're discussing?
I'm just telling you what happened. I'm just telling you situations where mtu anarudishwa nyuma, anafikiria the sacrifices, anafikiria what they went through. That these children are trying to go through that. Na wajua kama watoto wa siku hizi, they cannot handle the pressure. So I think
so there you are. So here these kids, they can't handle the pressure. There are your grown-up fathers crying along with them. Ma.
It's okay to cry at times. I asked you, Usha had to on your girlfriend, you almost tell your wife, unasikia aje?
I need you to give me a call.
You can go through.
0711-046105 is my number. You come and tell me how not even an African man, an African leader, mpaka watu wanaenda stage kumpatia shoulder to cry. Tukaiba huada hata ya.
Pinye, unasikia hiyo mama.
Guy.
Me, I connected with Sakaja like there's no tomorrow.
So even you are crying where you are.
I was feeling something. No, I was feeling
I swear,
down.
Kenyan African society, we are finished.
Na nakumbuka siku nilikuwa nimebeba kakidheri nikakaanguka kote.
Give me a call on 0711046105. Hit me up on Twitter at Classic105 Kenya or at It's Minor Kegani. Please don't forget the hashtag It's Minor and Kegani. Please explain this to me.
Unless you've never
Ladies,
gone
does your
through
man
that,
cry in front of you?
unless you've never been taken through a situation, you can never understand.
Kimodo kigima.
Na unakaa wale watu maina utakuja kulia sana wewe.
Able give me a call on 0711046105. Hit me up on my fan page on Facebook because I found it really odd. It was just wrong. Kigava na kigima.
Wacha toa titles sahi kwanza.
No.
Toa titles. Toa titles kabisa.
Where is your leadership,
Even
you men?
Obama cried. Everybody
Obama cried
Even our
when?
president, a lot
Show
of
me.
time. A lot
In
of
public,
time.
in public.
A lot of time.
When? Give me one example.
Angalia, I don't
No,
need to
give me an
see the
example.
bundles, angalia YouTube.
Did you ever see Moi crying?
Yeah, of course, so many times.
When?
Na unajua kuna kulia
No,
ya
tell
wanaume,
me,
kuna
when?
kulia ya wanaume.
When?
Anakuangalia hivi na analia. Do you know how men cry? Men cry by talking, grumbling.
Oh, there you go again.
And we need to talk about that one day.
0711046105 is
Do
my number.
women
Give me
know
a
when
call.
we are crying? Because men cry a lot of time.
Well, if you cry
They
like
may not-
Sakaja, we all know you're crying.
Right?
Governor.
Toa
You need
title
to
hapa
give me a
kwanza
call.
wewe. Toa
No,
mambo
no,
ya
I'm just...
title hapa.
Listen, it's not about the
Toa
title.
mambo ya title.
Listen, forget about the title.
He's human.
Sakaja is my friend.
He's
No,
human. At the end
Governor,
of the
no.
day, it's a
I know
feeling.
you. I know Sakaja is a very strong man. Kunya kitu kama hiyo. No.
Hii kitu wakwambia wewe ni mbukusu ufai kulia wewe nonsense.
Let's talk. So, we are talking about Sakaja crying yesterday. Me, I really want to know. Me, there was something very odd about an African man crying in public. I find that very odd. Current the Copite, good morning. Saying, let me tell you, Minor, first, I'm happy that you've decided to deliberately disappoint Nairobi by touching their dream man. Secondly, crying is normal because it's a therapy on its own. Sakaja ni jamaa wa mtaa and he's seen it all growing in Nairobi and he must have remembered what he went through. Thirdly, he was looking for support of the national government, and what a better time to cry than in front of the CEO of the country. You cannot do that as an African man. There is a war in Russia and Ukraine. I've not even seen one man crying. Even one. Asian men are men. Wanaamka mapema wanakula mayai na vodka. There's a certain authority that goes. Charles Minor, I like what you said. We cry when we are drunk. and also when we want to cheat. Yangai. Governor Kahuo, good morning. You're saying men don't show anger in public. Men don't cry in public. You don't show outrage in public. You don't shout at your wife in public. Public display of emotions is also weakness. Emotions lead to chaos and embarrassment. Detach yourself from feminine emotions. Alex Solabe is saying what Sakaja saw the young children passing through in school, some dropping out because of hunger. He felt that pain. Maybe he experienced that when he was in school. Now he's a leader. He's giving back to the community. I agree. But that's when you need to gather yourself. Saying, I've been there, done that, gotten the t-shirt. Douglas Kiplagat, you're saying Nati Arthur wept. He needs some whips by Andrew Kibe. Can't cry as an African man. There's something just so wrong about it. Just so wrong. Kisirani Musumbuvu wa Matunda, good morning, saying Maina. Crying is not a problem, but crying in public nayo, si heri. Enda ujifiche mahali. It's rare to see an African man crying. Brian Mikali, Mr. Engineer, saying, Maina, crying is one of the purest and natural human expressions of emotion. There is a sacredness in these tears. They are not a symbol of weakness. You have ever seen your father crying? No. I am Subaru saying, as an African man, crying in public is taboo. Sakaja aliangusha African men. And Jenge is saying, Sakaja is our guy. If you felt emotional, please leave our main governor alone. It's not about Sakaja, it's about African men. Kapo kilialia. Sasa nani atalia wewe ama bibi yako? Hello?
Mine.
Good morning.
Let me tell you one thing.
Niambie.
Sasa mine, wapi King'ang'i?
Niko hapa.
Bwana King'ang'i. Even Jesus cried on the cross.
Of course.
Eloi, Eloi.
Samakas.
Do you cry?
And even Jesus cried, and even this number one, who is the president right now, when they got when they took the walipata president on 2013, they were crying on the altar.
Do you
They
cry?
cried.
Do you
Crying
cry?
is normal.
It's not
Crying
normal.
is normal for a man.
There is nothing like that. So how often do you cry?
When emotions go high, you cry. And even in the house, even when you are, even when you get so mad with your wife and she's not listening,
So you cry.
you have lost your job. You have lost your job, and you are telling her, Minor.
So you
Men cry.
So you cry.
Yeah,
I do.
Anakueleza, you're not listening to what he's saying.
I do.
when was
Because now here, things are getting tough. Things are getting to the wall. What do? You are nowhere to go.
You gather.
Because then,
You gather
you
yourself.
just shed a tear. Shedding a tear is not a crime. And shedding a tear, those are emotions. You are feeling like I'm explaining something and people here do not understand. I'm trying to help here. People are just crucifying me like what Jesus did. I mean, really.
So you just go and cry.
Not. Look, you don't.
Acha
Kutoa
wewe.
sauti. What you can only know, Maina wewe unapenda vitu vingine, lakini you have to say this emotionally. This is what I'm doing is touching everyone. What I'm doing is touching, like now Sakaja was crying because then is touching those people who are going to school barefooted. Is touching those people who can not even afford food on the table. 1 meal a day is difficult. I mean, really. What do you do about this?
You don't cry. You show
You
leadership.
just say that, yeah. No. Minor.
Why was he the only one who cried? Why didn't even the parents? Why didn't they cry?
Why did the Ruto cry alone? Why did even Uhuru did not cry in 2013? Why was Ruto crying?
That's a question you
He
need to
was
ask.
the only one doing that in 2013.
That's what you need to look for Ruto and ask him that question.
You remember 1984? Were you born by then?
Yes.
Look at how someone took a picture of the starvation that was in the 80s.
Wait, Ebu, stop taking me to the
Then-
80s. Me, I'm asking you. You're a fool, man.
Look, I'm just bringing you there
I
because
don't-
then men.
Bye.
This man,
Uma, they telling me here. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You cry, your wife is crying, your children are crying. Where is the leadership going to come from? Goma. When things are tough, a man is supposed to have clarity. The ability to sit back, pull back, take 2 steps back, gather the situation, understand it wholesomely, and look for a solution. Now if you cry and your wife cries, who's going to offer you solutions there? Yeah? I never thought you'd go this low. Gentlemen. Kemudu kehima. A grown person. Kinakomba. Munalianga na base. Kimba. Ebu call me.
All the fun conversations are here.
So we are talking about Nairobi Governor Sakaja yesterday in his very emotional speech. I had a very big problem. And I've got a big problem with watching African men cry in public. There is just something that's so wrong about it. That's all. Kenyan men are like Russian men, strong. Homundu strong. Amka mapema unakula smoki na vodka. Can't be out there crying in front of your children. I love wildlife. Good morning. Saying guys are humans. They do have the emotions. And it's the world that we live in which says men can't cry. I'm not saying you should not cry as a man. Don't do it in public. You've got to offer strength. And strength is displayed. Kiongozi, you're saying, believe you me, 30% of all depressed men cry and let out their emotions. They would not be in their current state if they didn't, period. I'm not saying don't cry, Kiongozi. Don't do it in public. Go to the toilet and cry your eyes out. Every time you feel like making a noise, flush the toilet. Nini? Kimtu kizima kiko na nywele kila mahali na kinalia. No huyo. Hello?
Yes, Maina. Salimia Kingangi.
Ako poa.
Salimeka.
Mwanamume yote ambaye analia, that's a very weak man.
Very.
A man does not cry.
Yeah.
You only hold back your tears. You plan yourself.
Exactly. Unajipanga. That is it.
Our dad told us, he was a police officer.
Yeah.
He told us, even if you see your mother dying,
yeah,
as a police officer, you must stand strong.
Yeah.
It is never the end of the story.
Yes.
A man must stand strong. If you cry and your wife cries, now nani atasaidia mwingine?
Very good question.
Mwanamume lazima hata kama akiwa ni ngumu umelala njaa.
Yeah.
Tell your children it shall be well.
Yes.
Hata kama umekosa pesa ya rent.
Yeah.
Just tell your children it shall be well.
Yes.
Tomorrow we shall wake up and continue the life.
Amen. Pewa kitu na unitumie pay bill.
Sasa that's how I've been surviving in Nairobi. Mimi nimekuwa bila kazi.
Yeah.
Kuna siku mtoto wangu alifukuzwa shule hapa ako form 3.
Yeah.
I'm a single dad.
Yeah.
I told her very well.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Tomorrow it shall be well.
Amen.
That's how my daughter stayed with me for 1 week in the house.
Yeah.
We didn't have money.
Na ukazitafuta na akarudi shule.
Nikazipata nikalipa school fees za hii term yote kaisha na mtoto kaenda shule.
Thank you. Asante. Yes. You gather yourself. People have got to get strength off you. You can't get strength from a crying person. A crying person attracts sympathy, not strength. Does not display strength. Leadership, come on now.
I think ukitoa leadership kila mtu anaezalia. Ukitoa tu title.
You're a leader in your house. You're supposed to offer leadership. You can't cry in front of your children. Boo-hoo-hoo.
Kuna mali na
kufika. Ebu have the final word. I want you to close our discussion. I cannot believe the number of people who believe an African man should cry in public. I'm not saying they should not cry. Don't get me wrong. But there are things you should never show, especially children, never show, especially children, never show, especially children, never show, especially children, never show, especially. Because then it erodes a lot of your leadership qualities as a man in your house. And that's what I'm saying. It just felt so wrong. Katmas, Daktari Wahandas, good morning. Saying, let me tell you, Maina, we are heading to an era where a man will be seeing a cockroach and he'll be on the ceiling telling his wife to kill it. Aki. You heard the previous caller. It's not a shroom cry. Just don't do some things in public. I mean, here you're the same African man who says, I love my wife, but I cannot be seen holding her hand in public. What's the difference? I had a real problem with that. There's someone here, and James Kamau Jenga, I thank you very much for what you said. If the president of Ukraine has not cried in public, now, what are we doing? Hey, Ebu have the final word. Hello.
Hello, Maina. Morning. How are you?
Good morning.
My name is Oliver. I wanted to make a contribution to the topic.
Please do.
First, I don't think Sakaja cried. Sakaja shed tears. I think there's a difference between crying and shedding tears.
What's the difference?
Listen to me, Maina. So, how old do you think Sakaja's kids are?
They're very young.
They are very young. So the pain that Sakaja was feeling is the pain of his kid missing a meal. And this is what he was seeing in the other kids of Nairobi. And for me, I fully support him. He shed the tears of a father, the tears of a father with kids, the tears of a father who will understand what it means for the kids to miss food and not to go to school. And these are tears that many fathers are shedding. Probably they're not doing it in public. But if you go to Homestead, fathers are crying.
Do you cry?
Sorry?
Do you cry?
I shed tears. I don't cry. I shed tears of joy. I shed tears of sorrow.
You even cry when you're sad, when you're happy.
When I'm happy, I'll shed some tears of joy.
Hey, okay.
And for me, I fully support Sakaja.
Okay.
I feel his pain. As a father who has young children, you will share the pain of any father whose children is going without a meal. That's my contribution, Maina. I fully support him.
Haya. Igua. Iguama.
All the entertainment is here.